Thinking about joining an MMA gym? Not all gyms are created equal. Some can help you become a champion, others might get you hurt or waste your time. Today, I'm breaking down the biggest red flags for MMA gyms so you know what to avoid. First up, unqualified coaches. Just because someone says they're a black belt or a professional fighter does not mean they know how to teach. A good coach should have verifiable experience, competition records, legit certifications, or a history of training successful fighters. If they can't prove their credentials, that's a major red flag. So first thing I do if I see a coach in a new gym and he tells me he was a professional fighter,
short, funky.
Okay. I look up his Sherdog record or his Topology record. These are reliable sources to verify whether or not someone actually competed in MMA. Another big thing, gyms that do not spar. If you're training MMA but you never test your skills on a resisting opponent, how will you know if you're improving? Now, I'm not saying beginners should go full UFC on day one, but controlled, progressive sparring is essential. If a gym avoids it completely, it means they're either scared of injuries or not preparing fighters for real combat. I'm talking about no sparring altogether. On the other end, you got gyms that lets beginners spar on day one. I think that is a that's a major red flag. I would turn around and leave the gym. For a beginner, it is important to not be thrown into open waters. A beginner should be familiarized with defense, with the basics, and apply them in a controlled environment. Letting beginners spar on day one is, in my opinion, a lack of responsibility and a lack of a proper teaching system. They need to work up the fundamentals and slowly get used to this. Because if you want to retain your clients, you do not want to break them immediately. Now we're talking about my next point, injuries. If people are constantly getting hurt, something's wrong. Injuries happen in MMA, but a good gym minimizes the risks. Bad gyms push fighters too hard, forcing beginners into wars. As mentioned earlier, an experienced coach will give certain guidelines, especially in sparring, because there are some techniques that you can apply in fights, but you should definitely avoid them in training in order to minimize the risk of injury, such as jumping a scissors takedown or falling on your opponent's knees altogether, elbowing his face without having proper protection. I've seen that. An injury-prone team means they have a lack of understanding of the fundamentals and also a lack of experience. This one's simple. If the gym is gross, stay away. Staph infections, ringworm, and all kinds of nasty infections, they spread like wildfire in dirty gyms. A good gym cleans daily, has decent ventilation, and doesn't let people train with open wounds. Usually, an infested gym, that is also a sign of lack of experience. An experienced fighter and an experienced coach will be aware of all those risks that you have, and they will offer some basic hygiene guidelines for the practitioners to follow in order to minimize infections. Last red flag, no structure. A good gym has a clear curriculum. Beginners learn fundamentals before sparring, drills make sense, and classes are organized. If every class is just do whatever, or if newbies are getting smashed on day one, that gym doesn't care about your progress, they just want your money. Every decent gym has a beginner's curriculum. A good gym won't throw you into the professional team. Usually they will let you complete a fundamental program in form of basic classes or other classes where you can build up your qualities as a fighter, and then as they see your progress, they might advance you into the next level of training. MMA is an amazing sport, but a bad gym can ruin your experience. Look out for these red flags before committing. If you found this helpful, and if you have a red flag that I forgot to mention, or maybe you've seen something, just let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Train smart.